Vine here. We're going to do a video on crafting. So I want to just tell you, I'm in the marketplace right now, and I'm about to go into House Condark, which is up here. Right outside of the marketplace from the harbor, there's a guy you can talk to, and he'll give you a quest of go find out about crafting. I took that quest, and he's sending me off to the House Condark Enclave. From there, I'm going to come on over here, come into the crafting hall, and I'm going to talk with Maker right there. He's going to send me on this quest. Alright, so it's going to tell me I need to buy a Lorenda's Ultimate Remover and a Dust of Disjunction. If the ingredients in her bag, put them in your inventory instead. So I have already, the reason I'm doing crafting now is, it's the 30th anniversary, take that out right now, is I was running out of inventory space. I had ran out of inventory space, and I have lots of items to deconstruct. I can sell these items, but as I like to craft, I'm going to deconstruct them instead. So we'll talk about deconstructing those items later, but for right now, we're just doing the quest here. So I have to get this, and I have to get a Dust of Disjunction. So I'm going to run over here, go to the far north. You can go, there really isn't much difference between the north and the south parts. And so get a Dust of Disjunction. Alright, and I should turn this off, the auto gather off right now. So I've done a lot of deconstruction. You can see I have a lot of essences. Great. So there are two types of essence. There are greater essence and lesser essence. And okay, so next step, okay. I'm going to remove the magical effect on and distilling it. Okay, so I get the -1 quarterstaff of lesser halfling bane. I'm going to come over here, and it's a truly awful item. So I'm going to disjunct this. Okay, and by doing that, I now have it ready for crafting. See, now it is craftable. So, we come on back to Maker, and we say, hey, Maker, I got that done. Alright, I'll use that staff. Oh, man. I screwed up there. So, and you'll say, alright, I'll use it. So I should use, oh, I'm sorry, screwed up there. And so you should use Lorenda. So I should have deconstructed that one. Alright. Very kind of him to say that, so we're going to do that. We're going to... And we got some fire essence. And so these are lesser fire essences. You can... Alright, so now go to the bound crafting and combine these guys. He's going to give me at least 4 and a dragon shard. So... And we're going to make a fire touch shard. Alright. Sorry about screwing up there. So, we're going to... So we come up here, we type in fire touch. Alright. And I'm going to craft that. Woo! And it says I gained a level in the elemental school. So crafting, here on the character sheet, here's our crafting level. Level 2. I'm now level 2 on that. So I have 15 experience. So if you'd gone back, look at fire touch. See, 8. I think I got 10 experience for actually making that. And then so that took me up high enough to get me another level. So we're wanting to crank up our levels in crafting. Crafting is really grindy in terms of it takes a long time to get up to those levels. All right. Okay, now we'll use heavy med. So we're going to. I've done this quest too many times. I need to actually read this dialogue. We're going to deconstruct this item, and we're going to do it with a Dust of Disjunction. So he's going to give me a heavy mace, and I'm going to make this craftable. Okay. So I got a heavy mace. throw the Expeditious Retreat on. And I'll have to buy another. I wasted my Dust of Disjunction, so try that again. Okay, so coming in here, there really isn't much difference between the north and the south. So when I come in, I turn left. This is the Deconstruction Station. I use this for destroying items and making items craftable. And then here is where I make bound shards. Those are shards that only my character can use. And then this station is where I apply those shards to items. We'll be doing that shortly. And then this is where you buy supplies. These two things here are for Unbound, which anybody can use. We don't have to worry about that. We're too low level craft to actually do that. There's the bank. On the other side, the south side, instead of having the bank here, there's an auction house. So that's the difference between all this. So our job now is to make this craftable. So we do that. And now you can see it says heavy mace is then craftable +5. We go back to maker. Let's make it. All right. And now we're going to add the fire touch. So again, so this is the third station on the left is where we apply our shards. So go there, and we craft. And we got some XP for that. I should have looked for that. I think they've got 8, not positive. And I'll come back here to maker and save. So he's going to give me 3 items. And the one I want is greater crafting experience. So this one will give me a 75% on all earned crafting for the next 30 minutes while I'm logged in, which is great, awesome for crafting. Because that's going to really boost up our crafting experience and get us up. So we're going to take that reward. This guy here is just not very worthwhile. This guy here, warp time, allows you to zip around, but if you're going to craft, this is the rewards you want. So I'm going to now talk about the different crafting schools and items that we have. So there's 3 schools. There's Arcane, Divine, and Elemental. And on my character sheet, you can see right now I'm level 1 for Divine, level 2 after doing that quest. I'm level 2 in Elemental, level 3 in Arcane. Okay, now by far the best school of the 3 is Arcane. All right, so I'm going to start with Divine and Elemental to show you the kind of the best low-level recipes for those, so that you can really appreciate how much better stuff is in the Arcane. So I'm going to start with Divine, and and there's really only 3 recipes I find useful in Divine. One is start by level. Is minor flash runestones. So that takes 1 divine, 1 greater divine, and 4 lesser divine. So I saw there's greaters and lessers. Most recipes require both. I can sunder a greater to make 4 lessers. I cannot go from lesser to divines. When I am deconstructing items, I will get mainly lessers. When I'm find essence in chests, I will only find greater, and I'll only start finding essence in chests probably up like level 3, level 4 quests. Cerulean Hills is when I've done this before. That's where I've done it, but I haven't done this low level character in a while, so I don't really know exactly where I'm going to find it now with U30. So that's so minor flash is kind of it's something that's helpful when you're soloing. It's not the end of the world. It's if you never had flash runestone, you're not missing out on anything. But and then the biggest, most useful one is lesser undead Bane shard, and that uses our good friends Sweet Whitecaps. That's really the most useful recipe for levels 1 to 25 under Divine. And then Elemental Bane, will get to be useful at some time soon, but it'll be a number of WoW quests, whereas we're fighting undead right now. So that's it for Divine. Go check out Elemental. Elemental, there's a little more. They have also a rune stone. Oh. Sorry, good. They have a Petrify runestone, which kind of nice, but again, if you didn't have it, we're just blowing through stuff. We don't really need it at this level, but it is helpful to be able to freeze enemies. And then Lesser Reptilian Bane. This is, we're fighting kobolds. We're fighting. So this is a good thing. It gives 1 to 6 plus 1 to hit, and an extra 1 to 6 points of damage. So Lesser Reptilian Bane is an awesome shard. We'd really like to be able to make that. And then Protection plus 1. That's a good recipe. We can like to have Protection plus 1 item. And then if we were somebody who had a bow, we have plus 1 arrows, which are pretty nice. And then at level 15 we have plus 2 arrows, and that's pretty much it to level 25. At level 25 we get elemental damages like flaming and frost, but that's it. Okay, now Arcane. We have a ton of really useful recipes for Arcane. Okay, so starting at the top, level 10, Spell Resistance. This will help you defeat spells. Oozebane. I love to make hand wraps of Oozebane, and that's how I switch to that when I have oozes. Rapidly kill the oozes. Lesser Arcane Sigil Shred. This reduces my chance at spell failure by 5%. Again, I'm not really worried about spells right now, but I will be worried about it. Probably, in a level 5, I'll start getting spells I want to do it. Plus 1 enhancement bonus. I want plus 1 weapons. This is one that I'm planning on using right away, this crafting session. So this axe blocks and spear blocks, we have our bracers provide that, so I don't need that, but those are pretty decent. So here's plus 1 stats. We don't really use that, as our stat numbers are even. We have to go to plus 2 to actually get any benefit, so we're not too worried about that. Natural armor is a good one. That's increases our armor class by 1. Invulnerability. This is so huge. Be able to get that. Basically, that gives us a damage reduction of 5/magic. And the only time, so unless the person has a magical weapon for an attack, you just deduct 5 damage. Like right now we have adamantine, which is 2, and 4 for Pierce before. This would tops all that, and you only really start seeing magic until level 8 quests or higher. So as soon as we can make that, we'll be able to switch out our adamantine body for an invulnerability docent. Then we get into the plus 3 skills: disable device, hide, open lock, search, move silently. All extremely important. Then concentration is important when we start going to become a battle mage. We got some trivial boats there. Oh, I forgot. Way back at 1, I talked about Oozebane. There's also Vermin Bane, and this allows you to kill spiders and scorpions. And there's a lot of spiders and scorpions in early level quests. So that's an excellent shard. Ghost Touch, when we get a little further on, level 4 and higher, you start getting an incorporeal undead, and you need to have Ghost Touch in order to hit them every time. That's huge when you get to that level. Attack bonus +1. That gives us the same as our current goggles. Okay, but eventually we'll have this so that we can do get a prefix onto our goggles. +2 enhancement bonus, that gets us +2 weapons. A card saying single for reducing our spell failure. Spell resistance 15. That allows us, persuasion +3 all charisma-based skills. So that's haggle, that's diplomacy, and it's also UMD, use magic device. So slicing is when we make weapons. We'll have a lot of prefixes like flaming and frost. They're going to have those. But for suffixes, slicing is the go-to prefix, the suffix, for a long time. So that's going to be level 23. And then at level 25, we start getting into +2 stats. So Arcane's where we want to go. So that has a lot of impact on how we're doing stuff. Now, so I have a lot of items here to deconstruct, and I've deconstructed a lot of items. And so what we want to do, so what I could do is could deconstruct items. And advantage of deconstructing items is I get XP for that. Now, the kind of disadvantage of deconstructing items at this point is there's a lot of cheap recipes. There's no scaling on that. Okay, you get the same amount of experience for deconstructing an item whether you're level 1 crafting score or level 150. Now, recipes require change the amount of experience that you get depends on what level you are. So if we look at level 1 right now for all my schools, so you can see I have 3 different levels of schools. So I'm at Divine, I'm at level 1. So if I look at level 1 Divine, I get 10 experience points. Level 2 Elemental, I get 9 experience points. And then if I look at Arcane, I'm only getting 8 experience points. So as you go up in levels, the amount of experience that you get from various items, from various recipes, decrease. You always have to be going after, to get same number of experience, you have to be going after higher level recipes. So that it's always pushing you to try to push yourself to increase the level recipes that you're doing. So we're going to be doing that. And so I'm going to come over here, buy some Deaths of Disjunction. Let's see. And I did control click on that, and I'm going to get 10. Okay. So I have bought some clubs here, and I'm going to disjunct them real quick. Clubs cost 1 copper in the shop next to where we did the Garrison's Pack quest. And I have actually more in the storage. That's kind of what I'm just going to start with 5. Put it over there. And let's see. So I still got a lot of items I need to deconstruct. Okay. So I'm going to be wanting to make things that I can apply to weapons and then do those real quick. So we're going to come over here. So I'm going to start focusing on Arcane, and so I can do Lesson Vintage Sword for 8. Now, what I want is, so that gives me 8 experience. So I really want to do those things that I can apply to weapon early on. Up to level 10 I can get some experience. So I think we're ready to go. So I'm going to chug my potion here. Now I only want to do each recipe once. Alright, so I'm going to craft that. Alright, I guess gained a level. I'm going to craft this. Alright. See now, these guys are less because I've used those recipes once. I've already... Okay. Oh, I put separate level. Okay. Level 2. Okay, so I can do this guy here. Oh, that's I'm looking for recipes that are 4. So this is level 5. So we're gonna go with that guy. All right. Now I've got 5. I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna add these guys to my clubs. And I should have done it as I went along. I was mistaken on my part. Every time I made a recipe, I should have. Oh, drat! Can't do that one. All right. Let's impact, because this is going to give me 9 experience, and as I go up in levels, craft. Come on. Lag. Yep, got the old lag here. I get less and less when I apply this, and eventually it becomes 0. So I wanted to apply these as soon as I can, so I can get the experience points here. It's cheaper to use the to get experience points by applying them to clubs. Oh man, red. That's not good at all. I hope I'm not going to lose this session. I don't want to have to continue it. Back to yellow. There we go. So I gained a level there. Yay! All right. So we're gonna. Now you may be wondering, well, Gunther, what are you gonna do here, Gunther Bovine? What are you doing here, and how are you gonna see if this was a problem before because of lag? Hey, what are you gonna? You're not wanting a whatever this club is. A club is something or other. That's not something. What we're gonna do is we're gonna deconstruct it momentarily, so that we can get back the essence. We'll get some of the essence that we used to make this. And this is killing me. We've got a timer here. We only have a limited amount of time, and we're just losing that time for lag. Back to yellow. Ooh. The crafting music, as you can hear. I mean, if you're serious about crafting, you're gonna get sick of that music because you hear it over and over and over again. Come on. Not really certain Well, I haven't really watched before. Set, receive, or not. Okay. I don't need a lesser, you know. I'm getting 7 experience points now for doing that mend. Oh, come on. 7 experience points for adding this shard to this item. Whereas before, I was level 9. So you can see I'm level 7 of Arcane. Now you can do recipes that are 10 levels above what you're at. So this is actually I think 9 levels. So I think it's level 1 divine. I can do a level 10 recipe. If I'm level 2 elemental, I can do a level 11 recipe. And then arcane, I'm a level 7, so I can do a level 16 recipe. And so that's and then the amount of experience to get to the next level slowly increases over time. So you can see level 1 to get to level to get level 1, you have to be 12. Level 2, it's 26. So it slowly increases over time. All right, clear. We got that done. So I'm at 111. Arcane is going to go up. So again, we're trying to get our arcane up. Now, when you're trying for something that's, I guess it's 10 levels. It's 10 levels above, so I can do level 17. So if I were to do a level 17 recipe right now, I would have a 50% chance of being successful with that recipe. Or if I do a level 7 recipe right now, I have a 100% chance of doing that. So I'm getting 7 here. Boom! I'm up to level 8. Okay. So come over here. Time to do another club. And now I'm down to 5 XP. Okay. So I have to now get 17 more. Okay. So I'm now level 128, and I can do so if I come over here and do my arcane, sort by proficiency. So now I really want these recipes that are just 4 little guys, 4 lessers. But you can see the experience of doing that is dropping off. Now level 4s, but they're still fairly cheap. Lesser impact is 11. Lesser mending. Unfortunately, I don't have enough of arcanes to keep doing the arcanes. So I'm going to have to start doing the bodies. And so this is really want to do 100%. So we're going to, so this will give me 12 XP. So that will take me over up into the next school. So that's, so I can go ahead and do that. Okay. And fortunately now there's a lot of 4 recipes that I can still do. Well, not that many. So here's another 4 recipe I can craft. Actually, sort by XP. So now it's 10. So really want to find this guy here. Wow, that's worth 18 experience. So we're gonna craft him. I get another level. Okay. So blood is still the top XP one for 4. And blood is still tops. So I'll craft there. I gained another level. How are we doing here? That's worth 9. I'm gonna craft that. Okay, so I'm out of there. So I've used all these shards and I've made just a bunch of crap that I don't really care about. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna deconstruct all these guys. So this guy here cost me 4, and I got 3 back. See right there, this one. I got 2 back. 3. 3. 3. 3. So, it really didn't cost me all that much because I'm using those cheap 4 recipes. That one I just got 1. Bummer. Are you lagging again? Sometimes when you're deconstructing items, you have to just click close and then redo it. I'm gonna get this one. 2. 2. 2. 1. Okay. So I can come over here, and we're still working on our arcanes, trying to get those Turbo XP 12 level. And so you see the... Okay, we can do reconstruction. Awesome. So I can craft that. See, I'm about to go up again. I just need 1 more XP to go up. So if I run over here and I in my inventory, see, I've got lots of clubs hanging out there ready to use. Again, clubs cost 1 copper each. If I don't use these guys, I just throw them away. And the cost of it's trivial. What was? So I'm gonna disjunct those. Not disjunction is the proper term for make it craftable. If I put an item that's been set for crafting, I'll say items already keyed for crafting. So I come over here. Oh, I didn't get that. There we are. So if I come over here and put this shard in here, 0. So I am not going to get any experience points now for creating this item. So that's kind of sad but true. So let's see. Sort by XP. Reconstruction. Craft. Alright. Gain another level. Alright. And okay, I can do. There are still guys here, but they're arcanes, and I need more arcanes. I'm going to deconstruct this. So I can start deconstructing some items. One. Alright. Oh, deconstruct. Boom, I'm at 6. Alright, so when I'm deconstructing items, okay, well, we'll kind of skip on this for right now. I'm looking for, I have a priority. Top priority is Arcane, then Body, then Mind, then Divine, and then Good, and then just about anything is okay after that. XP. Lesser Mending Shard. Craft. So I'm there at 12. I've got 14 more to go. And I'm... So I'd like to... This is getting kind of old, shifting back and forth. So, got these items here. And what I'm going to do is, I really want to look for things. Okay, here we go. Body. Deconstruct. Now, you saw that? This little thing here. Arcane. Alright, deconstruct, you can see. Oh. So I got 2 less Arcane Essence. Okay, so when you're deconstructing stuff, I always pick the highest one. So if this was +3, I would go with the +3 enhancements. If this was 2 and 1, I'd go with the 2. But if everything else is equal, I'm going to take Body over that. Alright. And I thought there was a little thing that would come out in that show. Ooh, I got 2 greater bodies with that one. The number, you have a greater chance... You get more essences the higher the level is of the item. So this one, Body over Fire, we're gonna pick Body. What we're really looking for is Arcane. Really want some more Arcane so we can keep doing Arcanes. +1, 1, 1. Here we go, Arcane. Thank you. And how many do we got? 2. What are we doing for Arcane? So we got 8. Got any more Arcanes? So this is +1, 1, 1. So on this one, because it's 1, well, this one's Fire, Evil. Really don't care that much for that. So I'm going to make a +1. So I'm going to... If you see, this is 246. If I deconstruct that, I get 1 Arcane for deconstructing that, and it makes a liquid knife, which is what I'm going to use to make +1 potential. So what am I at? I am at 12. Okay, so I can start making actually useful recipes. So I want to make 2 of these. I'm going to be making 2 weapons. So craft. And I wanted that to be 100% because these are expensive for me. I don't want to lose that. So I want to... Oh, I need another one. Ah. So I actually should have crafted that when I hit level 10. Fire, water. Again, I don't really care about those. I've got a chance to make a +2 ones now. So that's +1. Now the next I would like to make is invulnerability. I've got a 90% chance. Unfortunately, I only have one body. I mean, two bodies, and I need 3 greater bodies. Actually, I can't really use that. I think it's a level 4 item, so I can't make it just yet. But that's clear. So I don't have anything, so I can go. So I can make disable device. Unfortunately, it's a 312. So nothing there's coming up so far. That's let's see. I should move these in here. Combine all my essence so that don't want to split, because sometimes you can't figure out that you got to split. So I can't do that. So looking for XP, Arcane. Do I have? Whoop. Oh, sorry. So, any more? There we go. Here, still 9 XP for making that. So that's, yeah, cranking up. So we're gonna craft that. Okay. Don't have. Okay, so we need. Really want is. Oh, wrong one. Bag. Looking for body ones I got. We have a lot of lesser bodies. Don't have much in the way of arcanes or mines, so we'll clear lesser body. So we're looking for just 4 banger plus, and that's it. 3 XP. Wow. You know, and that's one of the better ones right now. So if I go 3, you know, well, this is the next step up. It's, you know, 9 more XP, but I'm going to get the same. I'll probably get 2 or 3 back, and this is actually going to cost me 9 lessers because this is worth 5, and then I'll get probably 2 back. So that's really, so that would cost me 7, and this is probably going to cost me 2. So it's kind of a break even right now between doing either of those. I think right now I'm just gonna stop. I'm not gonna push it any. Let's see. Well, I'll go ahead. I'm gonna go craft this. And I can craft the ones I can get 3 XP for. It's got a bug that it doesn't show, so it's showing 3 and 3. If I come back in, that's now 3 and 2. So we're going to go for 3. So it shows 3 for the blood shard. Again, if I come back here, type blood, you can see it's really 2. So when you use the recipe, it doesn't update the crafting XP for the value of that recipe. So, and I think we're done here with Arcane. We've done Arcane's about as high up as we're going to be. 13, that's awesome. To get anything, craft anything higher, we really need actually maybe able to craft some more XP if we get some more mind. Come on. So this is a pretty long video on how to craft. But that gives you kind of a feeling for crafting. I'm going to do the same thing for Arcane, I mean Elemental and Divine. And going to finish grinding the items, and then I'm going to construct. Hopefully, I'm going to construct a +1 lesser vermin bine longsword, a +1 lesser reptilian bane farm sword, and I'll be using those weapons from now on. It's kind of my main weapons. So that's Gunther Bovine. Wrapping up. Bye.